Hi again, everybody. It's Cameron Teague here, Cameron Teague Wealth Advisory. This is number 2 in the series of case studies that I want to present and make available for people as a learning experience. In this case study, we're actually going to look at 5411 versus age retirement and a situation that I had where we had a member who was under the impression she was going to have to take 5411. And that didn't turn out to be the case. Now, the important issue here is, and the important takeaway is that we really do need to look at this, and we need to look at it in the big picture, because it's not always 5411, which is where people often get a little bit confused. So let's jump into what we've got here. So the situation that we had here, Lisa, again, not a real name or real photo, was in the Australian Public Service. She was in the CSS. She's a 53-year-old CSS member, and she wanted to retire originally around 60 and 65. So if CSS 5411 had never been an issue for Lisa, she would have always gone through until 60 or 65. She enjoyed her current role, and she was still paying school fees for children. So this is quite a common scenario I come across. Now, she was aware that her window for accessing 5411 was closing, and she wanted advice around that 5411 versus age retirement option. She was concerned if she took 5411, she would then be forced out of the APS and she would need to seek a new role. And when she looked at comparable roles outside of the APS, and this is often the case, by the way, the income was about half what she was on inside the APS, and the conditions and security of tenure was non-existent versus what she had now. So we had a situation where 5411 was causing a fair bit of angst for Lisa because she thought that everyone had to take 5411 because it was the right thing to do. So what we did is we actually sat down, started the process, and we did a strategic advice for Lisa. So basically, as a result of the modelling that we did, we were able to determine that in her circumstances, age retirement would actually produce a better financial outcome than 5411. Now, this is not uncommon. It is not a definitive outcome that 5411 is best, so it is important to look at both. So in this point in time, in the case for Lisa, it actually worked out that age retirement provided a better outcome for 5411. So that's really important issue number 1 to ascertain. But the second issue, it allowed her to remain in her current role for until her original planned retirement date of 60 and 65. This allows her to continue to pay for the school fees and continue to build up super and generate that good cash flow from a secure role with a set of conditions and a good income. We were also in a position to make Lisa aware that there are actually options post age 55 to re-trigger 5411. Now, this was something that she didn't understand, and it's something that a lot of people don't understand. It is possible under certain circumstances to re-trigger 5411 after age 55. Now, probably the most important thing here, she not only gained the financial benefits, but she also gained the psychological reassurance that she had selected the best retirement option. So what we were able to do was project out a very clear path for Lisa for the next 7 through to 12 years, so through to 60 and 65. Now, the benefit of this, of having a clear path, is immense, and I see it all the time. So in this situation, Lisa was reassured that actually age retirement gave her the better outcome. Now, there will be some times when age retirement at that particular point at 55 does not exceed 5411. However, it could be that some period after that, the age retirement outcome will grow to exceed 5411 now. Now, that doesn't mean 5411 won't continue to grow as well, but it's just an issue that does need to be investigated. So understand the takeaway I want you to take from this particular case study. It's not always 5411. You need to take into account other aspects. If you're forced out at 55 and into a job that you don't like for another 10 years, then maybe we need to look at a plan B. We need to understand what the plan B provides us. It's really important to engage and have that looked at. So please don't just assume 5411 is right, because there's been numerous cases I've come across where it's not. General advice warning, obviously this is general advice. This particular circumstance was for Lisa. Everyone's situation is different. It's really important to look at your own personal situation and actually drill down on that and get strategic advice on your own situation. Any of you who would like to contact me, there are my details there. So my website, contact, phone number, and email address. As with all these case studies, I hope that you have found something of interest in that. Thank you.